Hello, this is Catherine and Tanya from Twin Flame Mystique 1111. Thank you for tuning into our channel and welcome. And please subscribe. This will bring out new videos from us. Today we're going to be talking about
signs you have met your twin flame. So we're going to be talking about some of the common signs indicating that you may have met your twin flame or in a relationship with your twin flame. We're twin flames in union. So when we go through these different signs, we do it from our perspective, and we do realize that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's experience is different. However, it is our desire that by talking about our own personal experiences with this, that we can help others along their path, because it will apply to some people, although not all. So, these signs that we're going to talk about today, most of them came from the website powerpositivity.com. Mm-hmm. You know, we just want to give credit where credit is due. The first one we want to talk about is a overwhelmingly powerful connection with this person.
Yes.
And it, unlike anything that you have ever felt before.
Right.
Okay. So, with me, this happened also with my pre-twin or my false twin, the person who was not my twin, basically, that I thought was my twin.
Your catalyst.
My catalyst. And this is the reason why, and Catherine's going to tell you.
Okay, so not to be mistaken with your true twin flame. Now, the catalyst, the pre-twin, your false twin, whatever you want to call it that is not your twin, okay, the stronger that you feel this overwhelming connection with them is your sign of that's how much work you have to do within yourself.
Inner work.
Your inner work. Yeah, so the stronger, the more overwhelming it is, that is how much more inner work you are about to face.
Yeah, and that is absolutely true in my case, because I was the unawakened twin, and I had never experienced anything like this before. This, I'm talking about the pre-twin, the catalyst. It's not like this for everybody, but for me it was, because I had a lot of inner work to do. I still do have a lot of inner work and healing to do. So yeah, so for me, I thought that, whoa, there's nothing more powerful than this catalyst, and yet there was. But for her, it was completely different, because she had done so much inner work and so much healing and everything of the sort. So
yes, so when I first laid eyes on Tanya, it was, I experienced that overwhelmingness of being in contact with my true twin. And I did not have that with the catalyst. But with Tanya, yes, it's a sense of, it's just awakening all your senses. And then from here, Tanya will take you into the next.
Okay, so the next one is intense dreams or visions.
Yes.
Of your twin appearing or reappearing in your life.
Yes, absolutely.
You felt their presence long before they manifested physically. Mm-hmm. With me, I don't recall having intense dreams or visions. Like, I didn't even know what intense dreams or visions were. But Catherine did go through this, so she's going to tell you about that.
Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, I did. I'd have the dreams, I'd have visions ever since I was a little girl. And, and seeing women in uniform or what have you, because Tanya did serve our country. And so it was just always a it was always a trigger for me. And then in meeting her and finding this out, it was just, that was the overwhelming. It was like an aha. Like it brought all that back, all those memories back of that. And this is how you know. She'll take you into the next one.
Okay, so number 3 is past life memories with this person.
Oh, yes.
Can recall like vivid details from your previous experiences together. Now, I did not have this because I did not know, understand, or believe in past lives before I began my awakening. So that was not something that I experienced. But Catherine did. And another part of this is a feeling of they feel like home.
Oh, yes.
Which
absolutely.
that I did experience.
Yes.
Even before I knew, it was just like, okay, well, she felt like home. That I felt, and I felt that very strongly. It tends to trigger really strong emotions because of the intensity of it, of the connection. So
Very true.
So if you want to talk about the coming home and your first time seeing me.
Oh my gosh, the first time I'm meeting her, it was like, I just like, nothing else existed in my world, just wanting to just hug her and tell her how much I had been waiting for her. That's when that feeling came out. That's when that came out. It was not something that was in my in my energy until being in her presence. Did I feel that? I felt it was a knowing of just, oh my gosh, there she is. I've been waiting for her. I have been seeing her in the corner of my eye since I was a little girl. It is a feeling of home. That recognition that there you are.
Okay, so the next sign. So twin flames share the same soul, is what many, the consensus is out there. We kind of have a different term for it. Instead of twin flame, because that represents duality, we prefer to call it like an integrated soul.
Yes.
Because it's like one soul, different aspects of one soul coming back together as one.
Yes.
So we call it an integrated soul.
Yes.
But you have significant differences in your personality,
Yes.
likes, dislikes, demeanor, and other traits. And one's a masculine and one's a feminine. So of course you're not going to be exactly alike. With the catalyst twin, pre-twin, what I felt like was that we were like literally we were like way too much alike. And what that represented to me was that he was showing me what I needed to heal.
That's the reflection.
So that's the reflection.
Yes.
Not a good reflection, but a reflection.
Right.
So he being a narcissist and someone who was involved in third party cheating and this and that, and I was too. He was showing me what I needed to correct about myself to grow and evolve and become a better person. So basically preparing me for my true twin, and that's why we call it the pre-twin, because they prepare you for that.
Right. Right. Mine was the same. We were the same. Well, not in every aspect, but I did experience that with my pre-twin as well. What the pre-twin brought out in me, in my knowing, was what I knew I didn't want to be and what I didn't want to expect of my person. And when I came into that knowing is when that is shortly after that, and I believe that was a surrender, you know. And once that happened, shortly after that, I met Tanya.
So on to the next one. The next one we're going to talk about is telepathy
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
and psychic connection.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like when we talk about signs that you've met your pre-twin, your catalyst, your false twin, and signs that you met your true twin, they overlap and it becomes very
It does.
muddy, very very confusing, and only you in the end, only you can discern
True.
whether this person is your pre-twin or your true twin. And we just want to try to help you along this journey.
Yeah, save you some time.
But yeah, and we can do that in a lot of ways, but it is hard and it is confusing. But back to the telepathy, I can't really say that I did experience that with the pre-twin, because it was one-sided. Like, we were not in, after a while, we were not in communication, we weren't in contact when I first became aware of the twin flame journey and the spiritual awakening.
Right.
So I could not actually ask him, if he was experiencing any of these things. And I think a lot of times, like, so you experience this telepathy, the psychic connection, but you're putting it on one person, and it may not be with that person. It may be with your true twin. And what you think is coming from who you think is your person is not coming from them. It's actually coming from your true twin's higher self. So as far as the psychic connection and the telepathy, what I felt was anytime something was wrong or stressful or traumatic, I could feel that to the point where I thought I was going to die. Like, I literally almost asked her to call 911.
And that was after we were already in
a knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty much in a knowing of each other's connection to each other. Yeah. She that was her experience.
Yeah, it sure was.
And she would text me and what is going on? You would text me.
Yeah.
Are you okay? What is happening?
Because to me, it was like, are you dying? Like, are you being assaulted?
I'm having anxiety and holding my breath, and then she's texting me because she can't breathe.
And I feel like I'm going to pass out.
And she felt like she was going to pass
but,
out.
When I asked her, I was just trying to figure out what I was going to wear to meet your family. Like, really? Because I thought I was going to die. So I can't imagine what it would be like if you were really going through something terribly traumatic.
Yeah.
So that was our experiences there. So number 6, it's likely that the first time that both of you met, you were already in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or just did not feel prepared to come together and fulfill your soul contract, right? So she was in a relationship already, a marriage, and I did not feel prepared to come together
with anybody. She was still in mourning.
Yeah, I was still in mourning. It was sad, but
yeah, she was still
not really sad. It was more pathetic.
She was still pretty closed off, but then I was over here hearing the angels and the trumpets and going, "Oh my God, there you are!" But I kept it to myself.
And for good reason.
And because yes, it was for a good reason. Because in being a spiritual coach already before meeting her, that, those are things that I needed to keep to myself. Because at the same time, like, the tables were turned, and all of a sudden I was the one that was in session. So having a session. And so I had to quietly discern all of that, and then, that is something that she needed to come to on her own.
Well, not only that, but if she had not been at that level spiritually,
right,
then we would have been
not have attracted her.
Yeah, we would have been in a full blown runner chaser, because I would have ran.
Yeah,
and and we don't even want to go into that dynamic, but that is what would have happened. So I guess the point to this is that it is essential to do your inner work and your inner healing, and you have to let go and let God. Trust the universe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
you can save yourself a lot of pain and suffering,
and tears, and
if
time.
you there's a time and a place for everything.
Sure.
And she just happened to know exactly what that was.
Everything in divine timing.
Yeah.
There is a surrender, and there is, like she said, let go and let God. And once you let go of that, the illusion of 3D control, then you are on your way.
Yeah. And when it happens so fast.
Yes.
You won't even be able to, it'll just be unbelievable how quickly it happens.
Absolutely.
So on to number 7. Despite the hardships, because everybody has challenges, has hardships. I know we have.
Yeah.
Even after union, and there's still some coming. We already know there's still some that are going to come.
Sure.
But we know that we will both continue to grow and continue to evolve and continue to heal together to make one another better people. And that's really the key.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, if you're with somebody that does not allow that, the evolution and the growing, then either it's just not time, there's more work to be done, or it's not your person. One of the two. And only you can decide which.
True.
So number 8, being apart from your twin flame for any lengthy period of time feels like you're gonna die. You just can't endure it. You function best in their presence.
Yeah.
And this is another one of those muddy kind of situations, because with the catalyst, it does feel like that, but the only problem is it's one-sided.
Exactly.
It's just it's one-sided.
Right.
I think, well, okay, so in the beginning I would have to say that I wanted to run like really fast and really hard because it scared me, but it only lasted for not even a day.
Not even a day.
And I was like, like, I can't even believe, but I just have to talk to her or whatever. So, and obviously we function best whenever we are together.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about the enhances the psychic abilities?
Yes.
Because that's the biggest thing
we
think.
Biggest thing. Yes, absolutely. When you hear that your senses, your clairvoyance, all the clairs, your psychic abilities that are all innate in us are heightened when you're with your true twin, you better believe it. Absolutely. They sure are. And
they can start with the catalyst as well.
They can.
Like it did with me with the catalyst, because
it did with me also. But yeah.
There's a huge difference.
There's huge difference in being in each other's energy. Man, she has flourished, and
you have flourished,
and you have too. I mean, we are just it is.
So to us, that is like
biggest,
one of the biggest ones.
Biggest things.
Okay, so on to number 9. This one was kind of long, so I kind of want to do the Cliff Notes version, but you understand more about yourself, and understanding that you're infinite, an infinite being, infinite soul, having a human experience, and you will understand more about this than ever before, if you ever even understood or realized this before.
Right.
When you're united with your twin flame.
Yeah.
They take you to new depths of your soul that you never knew existed.
Yeah.
And what goes along with this is the progress. Like, the progress is very fast. It's so fast, it's hard to even really keep up with it. It seems like that everything you experienced before meeting your or being with your twin flame was like, it might as well have been 10 lifetimes ago. It's like non-existent.
Absolutely. It feels like it was just a completely other life.
Yeah. And there's always new things coming up, new plans, new things that spirit and the divine are asking of you, and they unfold very rapidly.
Yes.
Because you're finally in your, on your path, your mission, you
Yes.
know, what is it, like Abraham Hicks, tuned in, turned on, and
That's right.
whatever.
Tapped in,
Yeah.
turned on,
Tuned
yes,
in, all that
tuned in.
stuff. Yeah. You're in your vortex.
That's right. You are. You
And
absolutely are.
you feel safe.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You feel safe. It's like a feeling like I've never experienced it before, where there's a lot of the 3D problems that you experienced before in other relationships, they just don't exist. They're just not.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's just such a feeling of completeness. It's just yeah.
All right, so now to the last one. No matter what annoys you about your twin flame, whatever habits or traits or whatever that you feel unappealing, you overlook them. I mean, nobody's perfect. So
Nobody is.
But the things, like when you've had previous relationships, things that like, oh, that really irritates me about this person. Like, well, I mean, that there's things that, aren't exactly appealing, but you overlook them. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just not. And that's because you have the unconditional love. You have unconditional love for each other.
Yes.
It's equal. It's equal give and
Yes,
take, not a one-sided. I have unconditional love for you, and then the other person, well, when I feel like it, I might, that's not it.
Twin, that's the catalyst. Yeah.
And you can't imagine yourself being able to expand and grow and evolve with anyone else, because you can't. At least not to that degree, not to that rate. If you're with a karmic or a catalyst or pre-twin, you're going to outgrow them. At some point, you're going to outgrow them, and you're going to evolve and grow beyond maybe their capabilities, or at least beyond what they're willing to do.
In my experience, whenever the catalyst and the pre-twin was running for me, every time that we came back into contact, okay, and it was him coming back into contact with me each time, I began to welcome it, okay, because after every time that he would come back, I was that much stronger in my healing within myself, that much stronger, that much more in the knowing. And so I started to welcome it. I did. And that started that surrender of letting go and letting God and saying, wait a minute, and coming into the knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want. So
exactly, and setting boundaries,
right,
for that matter.
And that is in the law of attraction. So
all right, so that's about it for this video. We hope that it was helpful in some way.
Yeah.
At least for some of you guys out there that are going through this. We know how hard it is. Trust us. We know. We're not spring chickens. We've been through pretty much everything. So we already know. If you would like a private reading, our information is in the About the Channel section.
Yes.
You can contact us at twinflamemystique1111@gmail.com.
Yes.
To book a reading. And we hope this helps, and we will talk to you again soon.
Yes. Thank you.